Hey everyone, I'm Oksana Nikolenko, owner of Near Me Accountant. I've spent years helping freelancers and small business owners navigate the UK tax system. And if there's one thing I've noticed, it's this. In fact, for most of the self-employed people I talk to, there's a nagging worry that they're either paying too much to HMRC or worse, claiming something they shouldn't. Did you know that recent data suggests millions of self-assessment taxpayers overpay by billions of pounds every year? It's basically like leaving for a tip for HMRC that they never asked for. I'm an accountant. I'm also a fan of you keeping your hard-earned money. In this video, I'm going to show you how to legally lower your tax bill and exactly which receipts you need to start saving today. This simple step can make a huge difference. The golden rule, wholly and exclusively. This means it must be entirely for business, no personal use. Now, before we look at the list of things you can claim, we have to talk about the golden rule. HMRC uses a specific phrase, wholly and exclusively. This just means that for a cost to be tax deductible, it has to be for your business. If you buy a printer for your office, that's an expense. If you buy a gaming console for your kids, that isn't. But don't worry, life isn't always that black and white. If you use your phone or your car for both business and personal use, we just split the cost. If 60% of your calls are business, we claim 60% of the bill. It's as simple as that. Let's talk about the big three categories. Let's get into the core of it. Most of your expenses will fall into these three buckets. First, your home office. If you work from home, you're using your own light and heat for your business. You can claim a portion of your rent, mortgage interest, and utility bills. For many of my clients, I recommend the simplified expenses flat rate. It's a fixed amount based on your hours, which saves you from doing complex math every month. Travel is a big one. You can't claim your commute to a regular office, but travel to see a client, attend a workshop, or buy supplies is 100% claimable. The easiest way? Claim 45p per mile for the first 10,000 miles. You don't even need the petrol receipts, just a log of your mileage. The easiest way? Claim 45p per mile for the first 10,000 miles. You don't even need the petrol receipts, just a log of your mileage. Third, marketing and professional fees. Anything you spend to get your name out there, Google Ads, your website, business cards, is a yes. And here's a tip. You can even claim the cost of professional insurance and, yes, my fees as an accountant. Hiring an accountant is one of the few things that actually helps pay for itself. The surprising yes and the firm no. I often get asked about the borderline items. These are the ones that don't clearly fit one category or another. Let me break down how to handle them effectively. What about training? This is a great way to invest in yourself. If you're taking a course to brush up on your current skills, say a web designer learning a new coding language, that's a definite yes. A quick word of warning, if you're training for a completely new career or a different line of work, HMRC views that as a personal investment, so you can't claim against your current business. What about clothing? Usually it's a no from HMRC if it's something you could wear on the high street. Even a smart suit for a meeting doesn't count. However, if it's protective gear like steel-toe boots or a branded uniform with your logo on it, then you're absolutely fine to claim it. What about food? This is a common one. Generally, it can't claim for your lunch. That Tesco meal deal or your daily coffee doesn't count because HMRC say you have to eat whether you're working or not. However, if you're traveling away from home overnight on business, then your dinner and breakfast are absolutely on the house, or rather, on the tax man. And what about entertaining? Taking a client out for lunch is a lovely gesture and great for business, but unfortunately, HMRC is a bit of a party pooper here. They don't allow that as a tax deduction. By all means, go for that networking coffee or a pub lunch, but just know you'll be paying for that out of your own pocket, not the business's. Let's talk about the digital shoebox for record keeping. Now, my biggest piece of advice is to stay digital. HMRC can ask to see your records up to 6 years later, and we all know those paper receipts fade to nothing within months. Ideally, you'd use an app like Xero, QuickBooks, or FreeAgent to snap photos of your receipts the moment you get them. But if you're not quite ready for full-on accounting software, even a dedicated folder on your phone works wonders. Or here's a clever little pro tip. If you're a Telegram user, why not create a private folder or use your saved messages to upload photos of your receipts? It's a brilliant way to keep a digital backup right in your pocket. Just snap the photo, pop it in the chat, and you're sorted. No more January panic over lost slips of paper. If you keep your business money in a separate bank account, your tax return becomes a 10-minute task rather than a 3-day ordeal. Trust me, your future self will thank you in January. I know it feels like a lot to take in, but remember, tax doesn't have to be a source of anxiety. It's just the membership fee for being your own boss. By claiming everything you're legally entitled to, you aren't cheating the system. You're simply being a smart, responsible business owner. If this helped clear the fog a little bit, please do give this video a thumbs up. It really helps me know that this is the kind of advice you actually find useful. And if you want more stress-free tips on navigating the UK tax system, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell. If you have a specific "can I claim this" question, pop it in the comments. I'll be jumping in there to answer as many as I can. Keep building, keep growing, and I'll see you in the next video.